What's up, y'all? So besides almost busting my butt today on ice several times, how are you? The fact that I was on a beach just a week ago, like a week ago today, I was going to the beach and now I'm in ice storms, sliding all over the place, trying to barely make it into my garage. It's like, what is life? I'm so glad I had my trip because I just don't even know. Like, the sun ain't been out, it's raining, it's cold. It's just, yeah, thank goodness for vacation. Take vacation if you can. I'm gonna do things in reverse a little bit because I have the video version of this on my YouTube at Love Marriage on YouTube. But I have been meaning to play the story for this girl, and I just saw it, and I'm like, I'm gonna play the story before I play the rest of this, because this story was crazy. So this poor girl, somebody put her address on one of these gay dating sites, and she keeps having all these men come to her house, y'all, and try her door handle. It's crazy. Let's get into this. So in this video, you can't hear it, but she's actually, she's emailed her apartment several times and said, thank you for reaching out about the issue. If this is an imminent threat, we suggest contacting your local authorities or reporting the situation to them. This will be the quickest way to give help. If you find any users sharing your address or location, please send us the user's ID directly by copying the link in the address bar so we can look at the situation further. We'll also be happy to work with local law enforcement. So whoever it is, they have the code to her building, and like they tailgate people into her building, and it's just been a nightmare for her. Let's see what else she's saying.
Hey friends, I'm just going to try to get right to it and give you guys an update because there's been a lot going on, but I wanted to kind of compile it all into one video so I don't have to make 3 updates. I heard back from my leasing office. They looked at the cameras and they looked at the activity from all 5 guys, from what I was told, and they were not able to find a code. Meaning, when they drove in, somebody allowed them to drive in behind them. Okay, you can't control that. And then with the building, someone let them inside the building. They didn't use a code. So you probably understand how my heart drops into my stomach. I immediately start crying because I'm just like, that was the one thing that I thought that was going to help me feel a little bit more comfortable about possibly staying, because then we can find out the codes and who's doing it and, reprimand them or report them. I don't know what would have happened, but at least I would have felt a little bit more comfortable knowing, okay, this is the person that's doing it. We need to stop them from doing it. So that basically took me all the way back to square one. So I advised them that I can't stay. I gotta go. I don't feel comfortable. It's just been too much going on. I've already been here too long experiencing this stuff with the people coming to my door. As soon as I get relaxed, somebody else pops up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I'll ever have peace here. It'll never feel the same for me here. So we're working through some options for me to be able to get out of my lease. And then once I have that finalized or I know what I'm going to do, I'll let you guys know. But in my mind, I'm moving. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I just don't see myself being comfortable here. I've already prepared myself. Yes, it's abrupt. Yes, it sucks. Yes, I just have to hop up and get rid of, it's just so much to have to deal with. I have a lot of things going on in my personal life as well with family and work and stuff. And it's just like, I didn't need this. I didn't need this. And honestly, when y'all see me laugh, I laugh to keep from crying. I'm a jovial person by nature anyway. I don't like to be on the internet crying. You know what I'm saying? So all the people that think that it's fake and it's staged and all of that, why would I call the police twice? Okay, so anyway, I called the police officers the second time. It took me like 4 hours to get through. I finally got through. They told me that no detective was assigned to my case. I said, okay, well, what am I supposed to do then? So they sent another officer out yesterday or the day before, and I talked him through it. I let him know. We spoke for about 15 minutes, and I let him know, hey, they sent you here because we need a detective on this. We need to figure out what's going on. And he just looked at me like very blank-faced and said, oh, well, there's thousands and thousands of reports that happen, and basically mine was going to get put in line. Okay, and when I called over the phone and I spoke to the officer or whoever picked up the phone, they mentioned that someone attempted to open my door is not against the law. I said, why? So nobody's trying to help me then, because that's what I was feeling like. I was just like, I can't do this anymore because I just feel like no one's trying to assist me. So I was just about to drive myself crazy. Like, I can't do it. So with all that emotional stuff going on and me feeling a certain type of way and being on pins and needles and not being at peace, I made the decision to move. when, how, all of that. I still have to work out all of the logistics. If it's going to cost me money, if it's not going to cost me money, I still have to work out all of those logistics and go from there. I listen to all your guys' advice. Unfortunately, I can get a pew-pew, but unfortunately, the people that are coming to my door are just as innocent as I am. I'm not trying to cause harm on them. That's not what this is about. I want it to stop. I'll put a sign on the door. That does not prevent the person from sending them to my house. Because even if my logic is too, like, I spoke to 3 guys and told them that, no, this is the wrong address. Who knows? I don't know if they reported the profile. The people still showed up to my door. They still showed up. So what if they reported it and then somebody went in and created a new one? You know what I'm saying? So there's so many things that's going through my mind. Yes, I can put the sign up, but to me, sign doesn't resolve it in my mind. I don't care. I'll put the sign up. Especially now that I know that I'm leaving, I can put the sign up. I've addressed the sign before. I know everybody has not watched all the videos, but I've talked about the sign. So that's what we're working on. That's where we are. I won't be staying here. So once I get other details, then we can talk about it then. But I felt like I'm missing something. A pew-pew. I talked about the pew-pew. I talked about the lease. I talked about no clothes were found. I talked about calling the police department, which they don't give a F about me. And I think that's it. So anything else, I'll be back per usual.
Yeah, that's sad. And whatever this site is, they keep just sending these random dudes, and they tell them to come right in. So she constantly gets like 5 men so far have tried to go in her house. So it's just crazy. It's crazy and sad, but hopefully she gets up out of there. But let's kick this off. I just did that one because I have been meaning to talk to y'all about that. Hey y'all, let's get into these hot topics. So, is Oprah own network responsible for breaking up these marriages? You got Tia and her husband, Niecy Nash and her husband, and Beyonce's mama, Miss Tina and her husband, and Megan Good and her husband, and all of them appeared on that OWN show, Black Love, and boom, divorced. I don't know, it's probably a little bit of both, but I don't know. Those shows, reality shows, they don't do well with marriages. A man is arrested in Connecticut in the killing of a television news anchor mother in Vermont last February has pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder. Winter storms for relatively dry San Diego are hit or miss, but mostly miss. To the wallop of the Pacific front on Monday stunned California's second largest city, even as it was expecting rain. So it's just crazy weather everywhere. David Gale, an actor known for his roles in Beverly Hills 90210 and General Hospital, has passed away at 58. A man who once ran more than 100 nursing homes from an office over in New Jersey, pizzeria, has pleaded guilty in connection with what federal prosecutors called a $38 million payroll tax fraud scheme. Actor Charlie Sheen has been granted sole custody of his 14-year-old twin sons, who he shares with ex-wife Brooke Mueller, if she fails a drug test, according to Los Angeles County. Yeah, Charlie Sheen. The fact that they deem him the more sane parent is scary. 5 children died in South Bend, Indiana, house fire Sunday, and a 6th flew into a pediatric burn center after what the city's fire chief called a devastating blaze. It's sad. Prayers up to them. MSP spoke to 100 of New Hampshire voters to understand how the state was thinking about 2024. Here are 6 big takeaways. Trump is still America's favorite. Walmart has announced last week that the average salary for store managers will go from $117,000 to $128,000 a year. So, do y'all want to be a manager at Walmart? It could get crazy. 7 people were fatally shot at 2 homes across the street from each other in Joliet, Illinois. Police are searching for a suspect who they believe also played a role. The neighbor shootout. The Razzies, which aims to dishonor the worst films of the year, has announced its 44th edition. Chris Evans and Jennifer Lopez up for the worst actors. Shazam 2, Ant-Man. It was a lot of bad movies this year. A robocall from a fake President Biden telling New Hampshire residents not to vote was almost certainly created with AI. That's hilarious. Dozens of Missouri Department of Corrections staff are urging Governor Parsons to grant clemency to a man scheduled to die in April for killing his cousin and her husband, with former warden calling him a model inmate. I don't know what the family would agree. 20 people who have been stranded on an ice floe in Lake Erie in Ohio are safe. See what else we got. Body of a missing man for weeks has been found stuffed inside of his chimney. He was renting. Dozens of people were killed and injured in southern Gaza, and thousands were forced to flee as Israeli forces moved through the Western Khan units before allegedly storming a hospital nearby. The CIA has released another video appealing to Russian disillusion with the country's leaders, offering them a way to pass secrets to the American spy agency. Jodie Foster says she loves when the fans quote Silence of the Lamb. The Grand Ole Opry has apologized to fans after outrage over an embarrassing appearance by an apparently drunken Elle King during a Dolly Parton tribute. She was kicking it. The county board in Ohio has refused to reconsider the disqualification of a transgender state house candidate who omitted her former name from circulating petitions, even as other transgender candidates have been cleared for the ballot. I watched that Netflix American Nightmare. Watch it, it's interesting. Let's see. This man is 97, but he passed away. He made The Heat of the Night and all that, Norman Jewison. Benito the giraffe left Mexico's northern border and its extreme weather conditions on Sunday, headed for a conservation park in central Mexico, where the climate is more akin to natural habitat. I try not to say Mexico. It's easy to say Mexico, though. A swastika was projected on the facade of a university in Wisconsin dorm Sunday night by a group of people chanting racist remarks. Yeah. The Navy has identified the 2 SEALs who were declared dead after they were vanished during a nighttime sea raid near Somalia. Ecuador's president says he is seeking financial support from the U.S. and Europe as the well extending output from an oil block that was voted to be shut down, as he looks to free up funds to fight organized crime. So he's still over there fighting that cartel. It was getting real over there. Alright, let's see what else I got on here. Was a lot of news, but not too much news, if you know what I mean. Nothing to write home about. This was funny. Jesus, and if you were without sin, throw the first stone. And that is the prostitute agreeing with him. She was like, I know that's right. So this lady's mom showed up at the club. She was 16 and she wasn't supposed to be in the club. I don't know who mama that is, but your butt is getting towed up. This man erected to a sign, and this dude told him if he give him some money, he ain't see nothing.
Damn, I seen the whole thing. You good, brother? You good? I'm good. Man, you just ran that whole thing. You see that? Yeah, I did see that. But if you hit my hand, I ain't see nothing. You ain't see nothing. If you hit my hand, hit your hand. I hit your hand. You ain't see nothing. I ain't see you. You ain't see me. All right, have a good day, brother.
That's how you hustle right there. So this girl got kicked out of her church, and they even offered her back her tithes and offerings. They said, "Dear Brooke, this letter is to inform you that it was unanimously decided in February 9th business conference that your membership in our local church should be terminated since you refused to accept the letter that was sent to you in November that outlined the reasons for action. I will briefly review them here. You initiated the separation in your marriage to Josh without good cause, stating that you wanted to begin a relationship with another man. It seems you have no desire to keep your family together, and this has caused a great deal of hurt to you, your husband, your children, and many others. This is being unfaithful to marriage vows that you took before God. You have continued to post many unchristian and even indecent pictures and messages on various social media sites over the past months. You have also been very negative and critical of many of our church family, I believe, to try and take the attention off of your real needs, which you deny. You have refused counsel or advice from your husband, your pastor, and many of your close church family. Who really care for you and have tried to help you. Brooke, contrary to what you try to convince us, you are really not in a very good place right now. Brooke, taking this action was not an easy thing for the church to do. There have been many prayers said to you. Anyway, they pretty much kicked her out of the church. That's crazy. He who is without sin. Didn't we just say that about the prostitute? I don't know. I don't agree with that, but I don't think that's the church for you. So this woman split her car in half, speeding off from the police at a traffic stop. She hit an 18-wheeler and split the whole the car in half. Yeah. On the run. It's not how you expect the on the run to go, but sometimes it be like that, y'all. Let's see what else we got here. Oakland's only In-N-Out Burger restaurant announces closure following ongoing issues with criminal activity. Cicadas to emerge. I think I've talked about that. That'll be great. Why wouldn't we? When I want to see cicadas or this ice, I'm going to go ahead and say I'd rather see the cicadas at this point. Georgia pageant winner arrested allegedly for killing her 18-month-old baby. I don't know how she did that. Let's see here. The boy was admitted to emergency room and he was unresponsive. Once the investigation is complete, we'll say what she did. But Dexter Scott, Dr. King's youngest son, passed away. I think he had some form of prostate cancer. He was only 62. That's sad. Cardi B still trying to get her money from Tasha K. Says she's got money hitting offshore. Why do girls mute the phone while they order food? I know you got a large. Stay out of our business. That's what I know. I don't want people in my business on what I'm ordering. That's a private moment with me and my food. JT from the City Girl says, telling someone they getting big, skinny, or big as it's insulting, just say you look good. People never learn to do that. They gotta say something extra. This woman tells a story about how she found out she was adopted.
Since I was younger, I used to be like, man, I wish I had sisters and brothers and things like that. As I got older, I used to always wish I had nieces and nephews and things like that. I wanted to be an auntie, and things like that. And so, 2014, my mom passed. 2020, my daddy passed. And fast forward a couple of years later, I was trying to renovate a house. So my friend turned me on to this contractor she knew. This contractor knew someone that I knew and my parents knew from a long time ago. And the contractor tells the person, like, hey, that I know him. He's like, yeah, I know her. Tell her to give me a call. So I call him and we get to chit-chatting. And while we're chit-chatting on the phone, he says, he says, your mother and daddy love you. Your mom and daddy love you. Don't let no one tell you any different. I remember when they first adopted you. What? Adopted? Mind you, I am 34 years old now. I did not know I was adopted. I thought my life was my life. Like, I thought that was my biological mom and daddy. I was the only child. My family was my biological family. Like, what you mean adopted? Like, huh? No one told me. They took it to their grave. Even after they took it to their grave, nobody in the family said anything. Everybody just continued on like normal. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, my mom and daddy was some good people. They loved me. So I don't regret them being my mom and daddy. But of course, it's crazy. This is 34 years. My life just changing 34 years. So, I reach out to people or whatever, asking them like, why you didn't tell me I was adopted? I reach out to my family. So why you didn't tell me I was adopted? No one told me. I'm asking them, do they know my mom and daddy and things like that? Well, who my biological mom and daddy is? And they're like, no, we don't know. And so I reach out to DFAX. DFAX gives me a number. I go to the local DFAX office. They give me a number to reach out to. And it's this agency that helps families reconnect that been adopted. And so I reach out, I fill out the paperwork, fast forward 3 months later. The lady calls me on the phone and say, hey, I just got off the phone with your biological mother. She's so excited. Let me give you a little background. She has 3 girls, 1 boy. She said when she was younger, she used to get in a little trouble, but she since then changed her life around, became a pastor. I can tell you her first name, I can't tell you her last name until she signed the consent papers. I'm gonna say Jay, because that's the person that's her name. Her name is Jay. She also asks, can you send me a picture of you so I can send to her? And we chit-chat some more, and that's it. And so, after we hang up the phone, I call the daycare lady. My kids go to this daycare. They've been going to this daycare for the last, 5-6 years. And me and the daycare lady, we cool. And so, I call her, and I'm like, hey, I just got off the phone with the adoption people. They said they talked to my biological mother. They said, she got 3 girls, 1 boy. Don't you got 3 girls, 1 boy? She said, yep. I said, they, said that she used to get in trouble back in the day, and then she since became a pastor. I said, you told me the same story. You used to get in trouble back in the day. You became a pastor. She said, yep. And so, I said, and he said her name is such and such. She got the same name as you. She said, Caroline, it's real. So I'm like, what you mean it's real? I know it's real. I know I'm adopted. No, Caroline, it's real. I'm still green. What you mean is real? I know it's real. Caroline, it's real. I just called to tell you what happened. I know it's real. She says, Caroline, I'm your mother. What? What you mean you are mama? Like, mind you, I've been going to this daycare. Well, my kids been going to this daycare for the last, 5-6 years? God bless his dad. Her nephew passed away like a couple of years ago. We went to sit with the family and everything, because I'm cool with the daycare people. You know, when things like that happen, I show my face and everything. I'm sitting amongst the family and everything. You know, like hanging out, sitting in the living room, talking, chit-chatting with everybody. So, you know, this is crazy. So, I do ask her, did you know all along? And she's like, no. She was like, they called me. They just got off the phone with me, you know, of course. You know, they called her, whatever, to talk to her. And I said, you know, I'm still in shock. I said, well, let me know. I said, let me know what they said on the phone. I said, what they said? And she said, did you send them that picture yet? You remember when the lady said she asked for a picture? So I was like, what? You gotta be kidding me right now. Like, you got to be kidding me. Like, what? I don't know if it's coincidence, because I really believe in God with my whole heart. But God don't play no games. Like, for real. Like, it's crazy.
What's a coincidence? What's a coincidence?
Well, at least she found out who her family was. Praise God. She didn't have to go looking high and low for that. Mary J. Blige says she's finally coming out with a boot line.
I mean, you're looking fly in your Givenchy right now, but I'm just saying, where is the Mary J?
It's coming.
It's a thing?
It's coming.
It is a thing?
Yeah, it's coming.
So, because can I, like, get some for Christmas or something? Like,
Christmas, we ain't even going to production. We ain't do nothing yet.
You said it's coming. I'm thinking
It's coming maybe in 2 years or something, but not right now.
They pressing me
All right,
about
1 year.
Okay.
I'm working it out. I'm working it out.
See, look at everybody. Am I working it out? I'm working it out. It's on the way. The boot line. Well, listen, sis. It's with your boy, Big Tigger. Anything that I missed, busy out here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen. Mary J. Blige hanging out with your boy, Big Tig. I had some fellas ask me of a certain age, were you single?
No.
Really?
No.
You're not single?
No, I'm not single.
You're happily doing what you're doing?
I'm happily doing what I'm doing.
Okay. And I'll leave it right there. Busy out here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen.
Mary say she got a man. She said she got a man, but no, Mary definitely should come out with a boot line. She's famous for her boots. And yes, Mary, dang, 2 years, get it together. She said, I guess that I gave a lot. I gave so much. I gave my life, my story. I gave a lot. I was a giver. I opened doors. What I've done since 1991 when I came in. Mary said, from generation to generation to generation, it still exists. Hip hop soul is super important. I've given women a voice. Every woman tells me their story.
Influencers from New York support each other.
Shut up. I definitely believe that Mary is the queen of hip-hop soul. Hip-hop R&B. One of them. I mean, Mary is Mary. Like, people love Mary. And I love that Mary is never desperate to do nothing. She only does what she feels like. And I love that for her. Like, yes. That's how you want to be. You don't want to have to be scrimping and the only negative thing I can say about Mary is her association with that Diddy. Y'all know I can't stand Diddy. Alright, let's get into these Reddits now. See what we got. Everyone dumps on the USA. What are some of the amazing things about living in the USA? The food, the water, so many things. Somebody said our library, our parks, freedom of speech is a big thing, nature and landscape, diverse climate. Yeah, you get every climate over here, baby. Everything is convenient. Yes, everything is convenient. Postal service. Yes, we got one. Do I think it's awesome? No, but we do have that. Somebody said food. Yes, ain't no food like America food. I'm sorry. Can drive for days and still be in the same country. Somebody said barbecue. Yes, I think that is without a doubt. I know it's food, but barbecue is just in a level of its own. As much as healthcare is expensive here, we do have access to good healthcare, stuff like that, even though they freaking tax us to oblivion. Somebody said ice. Yeah, a lot of countries don't even have ice for their drinks. People who slept with someone they weren't attracted to. Why and how did it go? See, somebody said I came out of a relationship and people were telling me to get with somebody else, and then I ended up hooking up with somebody else from Tinder, and I actually was grossed out. Kissing someone you're not attracted to, grim, the sex was bad. After 8 years with someone, you're pretty good at knowing what they liked. Yeah, they didn't like that. I am the someone they weren't attracted to, and to be honest, it felt degrading and humiliating. There's something more humiliating than being with the one to hear, you're not usually my type, but hey, you know what they say, beggars can't be choosers. Dang, and you still slept with them? That's crazy. Somebody said, I'm also unattractive, so it's pretty great at the time. Uglies bumping uglies. The heck? When I was much younger, I was traveling for business and stayed in a small town for a few weeks. Met a bunch of people at the local bar and started hanging with them frequently. One of the girls was a total smoke show, and I tried for weeks to hook up with her. On my last night, I came right out and said, I'm leaving tomorrow. We'll never be back. Let's go back to my hotel. She politely declined and dropped it. Just as we were closing, one of her bigger and much less attractive friends came up and goes, so and so, huh? Sure did. She then says, well, I'm staying at this hotel. I'll follow you. I was kind of hammered. So let me just say, she rocked my world. She completely had her way with me. She worked out all her fantasies, and I was just along for the ride. We passed out for a few hours, woke up to her leaving super early. I thanked her for the great lay and never saw her again. Well, look at that. I had a whole relationship with a guy I wasn't physically attracted to because I was super into his personality, lifestyle, the music he made. In time, I couldn't get past the physical. I thought as a woman, sex isn't important. We're not as visual, etc. As it turns out, nope, I need that too. Been married for 16 years now, and I still think my husband is fine, and it's part of why it works. Yeah, you gotta, at least for me too, I used to think that I wasn't shallow, but no. You gotta have some kind of physical attraction to your partner. I mean, shoot, something. A smile or something. Something has to get you going. You know, looks definitely fade, but something. Somebody said there wasn't an immediate attraction, but our interaction via text was so great that I thought I'd give it a shot. Our first meeting, he was charming and funny and respectful. 1,000% right decision. We were together all through 2020, and I'm traveling more and then 1,000 miles to see him again. Inflammatory chemistry doesn't necessarily involve initial physical attraction. There you go. I gotta have some attraction. Maybe I am shallow. I'm sorry. What is something that is publicly accepted for members of the opposite sex to do? Menage your own. My husband would say this is women coming into the men's restroom when theirs is crowded. He always hates that. Because he's like, a man can never do that. Well, in today's society, they probably could, but it would still be frowned upon if a man were to walk into the restroom in some places. Ladies can call her friends girlfriends, but a man absolutely can't call his friends boyfriends. Draping yourself in velvet. Taking a leak behind a tree at the golf course. Actually, nobody can do that anymore. Taking your shirt off in public. I know that's right. My husband gets on me about not liking to wear a bra, but men can just take their shirt off and be free. He just doesn't understand how privileged they are. Taking care of your skin. A man can publicly adjust his junk. That is true. Men can dig all in their crotch, move it all around. God forbid a woman get her wedgie out. But yeah. What is the most polite way of saying I couldn't give up you've ever heard? I always say, if you like it, I love it. That's my favorite go-to. Like, I don't care. Somebody said that's nice. I leave it in your capable hands. I appreciate your perspective, but it's not something I'm particularly invested in. Let me let you go. How about that? Noted. That's crazy. Cool story. Yeah, cool story, bro. That's one of my, I love that one. Somebody said, what's worse than being lonely? Being stuck with somebody and still being lonely. Somebody said being in a toxic relationship. Insanity, suicidal. Being poor and lonely, yeah. Being too socially inept to even comprehend what it is you're doing wrong. Being physically abused, mentally abused. Yeah, there's a million worse things than being lonely. Alright, let's get into these story times. This is one that has kind of had the internet in shambles. And it is these men that are clearly homosexual, which is not the problem. The problem is that they went to the internet to ask about the baby, how to do the baby's hair, and it was just a mess. Let me find it, see if I can find it. Alright, here it goes, y'all.
TikTok, any black parents, we have adopted a black baby. Her name is Zoe, and I don't know what to do for her hair. I have this little brush. I have something from Shea Moisture. I really don't know what to use, so please, any black parents or anyone who knows what to do with black children's hair, please help me in the comments. Thank you.
This video was super disturbing to me. One, this baby's little. This baby's like maybe 2 to 3 months, and worrying about the baby's hair is the least of your problems, dude. Like, number one, it's 2024. You adopted a black baby. When you knew you were adopting that black baby, you probably should have did all kind of research. So I feel like he's trying to invoke he's using this baby as a prop. Because if I am especially adopting a child or taking care of a child, that's just like a dog, you know. Like, you find out everything you need to know about this dog. I personally have never been a dog owner. Like, I've had 2 dogs, but this last dog, my Frenchie, I've had to go and look up a lot of stuff and research and all that and make sure I had everything properly. So the fact that this dude came to the internet to ask this question about this baby, it just, I'm not saying he don't care about the baby, but the hair is just the least of your problems, dude. And then secondly, just as a mother, I'm finding no mothering in this, and because a mother wouldn't care about hair of a 2-month-old. Like, if you know babies, their hair falls out anyway, so it's just, I don't know. This video is disturbing. I don't like it at all. But I feel like he's trying to have a moment, honestly, where he's going viral or something, because why? All right, let's get into this other stuff here. So funny. It was how black people would really act in scary movies, and this man literally came inside his place and the monster growled. He literally got in his car and peeled off. I thought that was so funny because that's so true.
My work husband went too far and grabbed my breasts at work. Nobody else saw it, but it made me uncomfortable. I spoke to him about it on our company chat, and it turned into a big argument. He said he already hit, so why wouldn't he be able to touch me? It unraveled from there until we started threatening to get each other fired. I didn't think he would actually do it, but he reported me to HR and told them I was making threats. We're now about to participate in an investigation. Am I going to get fired? This is not as complex as it would be had y'all not done all this over company chat. So just off the strength that y'all on company property and company time arguing about stuff that's not even work related, I would say you're probably going to get fired, and they're probably going to use like a workplace conduct or workplace behaviors policy to say that y'all violated it. But if y'all hadn't done it on company chat, I still think, you know, the risk probably would have been about 70%, just because of the fact that y'all having an inappropriate relationship. I don't know how he was going to prove that you were making threats, probably by text messages. And once HR get into them text messages, like, everything just goes downhill from there. So what I would say is, y'all stop telling these people and getting these fake husband-wife relationships, people at work, because y'all just forget that this is still work at the end of the day. My work husband went too far.
Hey man, you don't let no relationship at your job, co-worker / work husband, work wife, mess up your money. How you figure you get fired for a plain relationship that you was fooling around and now you done messed up your whole money? Like, no, that's crazy.
They said big bag bitch get to the back. They said big bag bitch you want a snack. Well, this big bag bitch she got the stack. So put big bag bitch on the macaroni. Move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking it quick and the birds are phoning. Ooh, the birds are phoning. Ooh, they need a Tony. They need a Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cut the shit baloney. Somebody be thinking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby. Give us our dot. Give it to us when we step on the spot.
So she made a song for the big girls, and she said, y'all need to get the plus sizes on the rack. I hope she gets famous off of this, because this is a good song.
Get ready with me to propose. So, me and this guy have been off and on for about 4 years almost, and he's about to move away. So So I really want to lock in with him. Like, I want this to be official, and I feel like I need to make the best move. You know, I need to make the first move, and it needs to be the best move. So I feel like if I propose to him, he'll know that I'm serious, and we can finally be like one big happy family. And I'm so excited. I'm not nervous at all because I know he's gonna say yes. Like, why wouldn't he say yes to me, you know? So I'm going to take him out to dinner. Today's actually his birthday, so I'm going to propose to him on his birthday. There's no way that he can say no. I know some of you are against the woman proposing, but I just feel like the whole gender roles thing is so like last year. You know, if you love someone, just do it. And I feel like he will be nervous to propose to me. That's why he hasn't proposed yet. We haven't talked about it. And when I bring it back up, he was like, you know, I don't know, I'm not sure. And I feel like he just got cold feet. So that's why I'm just going to do it. I am about to be 26 years old, so I honestly don't have time to play around. I want a family, and I feel like my clock is ticking, so if this is what I have to do to guarantee me having a happy family, I am willing to do it. And I know some of you are not going to agree with what I'm doing, but you probably don't have a man. You probably are alone and not even dating. So you probably never even been in love before. So you don't know how I feel. You don't know how he feels about me. And I know that he loves me, because if he didn't love me, we wouldn't be spending today together. And because today is so special, I'm going to take him to my favorite restaurant. I'm not even going to take him to his favorite restaurant. I'm going to take him to my favorite restaurant, because today is just not about him. It's about us and spending the rest of our lives together. I'm super excited to start planning our wedding. I'm actually just going to start planning tonight. Once he tells me yes, I'm just going to start planning the wedding. We're not going to have a big ceremony. His family actually doesn't like me. And I mean, that's fine, because we're spending the rest of our lives together. You guys don't have to come to the wedding. You don't have to come to our house. We can spend holidays together. It can just be me and him. Who needs them? I'm going to make sure I wear my favorite perfume tonight. He actually hates it, but again, it's about us. It's not just about you. So I'm going to wear it tonight. He absolutely hates when I wear makeup. So I'm really thinking about doing maybe a glitter eye. But I don't know. I might not have time for that, because I am running late, and I do want to make sure that I have time to pick him up some flowers before I pick him up. Please save all the comments and your opinions. I really don't care. The only opinion I care about is his. Of course, that's why I'm going to marry him, and I'm not going to marry you. Anything you say doesn't matter. I'm going to make sure my makeup is pretty full coverage, because I am going to cry when he says yes, even though I know he's going to say yes. I'm still going to cry and act all super shocked and stuff, you know. We haven't kissed in about 6 months, so hopefully I can get a kiss tonight. So I'm going to do something very neutral in case it like transfers onto his lips, you know. But I'm also going to use my setting spray, so hopefully it doesn't. And this is the finished look. I'm just going to touch my hair up a little bit. Wish me luck in the comments, and stay tuned for an update. Bye, guys.
So they said it was satire, but after all that makeup, I just can't be sure.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Jaylene. I'm Connor.
It's Jillian.
Oh, Jaylene, so sorry.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
So, anything you want to talk about?
Sure. Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I do.
What kind?
What kind? My hobbies is listening
watched Love on a Spectrum season 2. I love this show. This is like such wholesome people. Like, these people, you can learn a lot about these people. They like what they like. They don't do nothing for fake. You know, they have to be ultimately comfortable. He was doing a speed dating thing, and when she immediately said she had cats, he marked her no. Like, and then when he was like, do you want to know anything about me? She was like, no. Like, I love how they're just so honest, and it's just so funny, but it's just crazy because they want to have companionship. They think they do, but then they don't want to be overwhelmed. It's just so many feels. I love this show so much. If you ever get bored or just want a wholesome show with like non-paid actors, this is a good show. I love this. If any dating show to watch, this is the one. Just all of them have their own personalities. They're just funny. They have like just honest feelings. They get anxiety about dating. They worry about how they look. They worry about what they say. Like, just like normal people, but just at a more elevated level. But the fact that they can do it with honesty, where we mask our feelings, like when we're feeling anxiety and stuff, we try to act like we're not. They just be straight up like, I ain't feeling this right now. I need to walk away. And I think us people that we call ourselves so-called normal can learn a lot from these people. I love this show.
So if you don't know if you're a shitty person or not, hold on 1 second. We're here to find.
Let's test your morality. You decide to go to the Bahamas for a much-needed vacation. You make it to the airport on time, and after checking in your bags, you board the plane. You unfortunately get the middle seat, and the person to your left is a woman holding a 2-month-old infant in her arms. The seat to your right is empty, and since the plane is about to take off, you realize that they probably missed their flight. The plane soon starts to take flight, and you are a couple hours away from paradise. You take a nap, and about 2 hours into the flight, the pilot gets on the intercom and states that they have to do an emergency landing due to one of the wings catching on fire. They tell you to immediately buckle in if you're not, because they have to quickly land the plane before it malfunctions. The pilot then starts dropping the plane at rapid speeds, causing the oxygen to decrease significantly in the plane. The masks quickly fall down for people to put on, but unfortunately the only mask that falls down between your 3 seats is the one to your right, which occupies no one. Without hesitation, you reach over and grab the mask to your right and immediately put it on, taking a couple deep breaths. The woman on your left begs you to give the oxygen mask to her infant in order to save them. Since the baby is a newborn and not fully developed, it will need much more oxygen in order to survive, which means that you will be going without oxygen for a while, possibly causing yourself brain damage. Do you give the oxygen mask to the infant, keeping them alive but putting yourself at risk for possible brain damage due to lack of oxygen, or ignore the woman and keep the mask on, knowing that the infant will possibly obtain brain damage or die due to lack of oxygen, but refusing to put your life at risk for a stranger?
Now, before you answer this question, I just went to the comments. I mean, every video of hers that come up, I just go to the comments, because every situation that she say, let's test your morality, it's a fucked up situation. It is a very fucked up situation. And some of them comments really make you question, like, am I the problem? Am I what's wrong with humanity? Let me show y'all what these comments say. A very commendable person, but this person right here, bro, will be remembered. In another minute, she could make another one. Not missing my vacation. I don't know that, baby. You ain't wrong. Well, first of all, who stays sitting in the middle seat when there's an open aisle seat next to you? And that's facts as fuck. That's facts. There's a reason they always say before the flight that in an emergency situation, you always have to put your mask on yourself first. Okay, so now we follow directions. Would the baby do it for me? Y'all going to hell. This shit say wah wah. Hell no, I paid for that seat. I paid for that oxygen. Well, technically you got the middle seat. You didn't pay for that seat. So, I absolutely love babies, but I need to be able to make it back home to my two. Back home. Your TikToks make me realize I'm not a good person. Gotta put myself first. And you know the first thing I said, I scrolled and it came, I gotta put me first. Not my baby, not my problem. Shit, she better pass hers, baby, because her comment sections be genuinely diabolical. And I just be
So I can already tell you, yes, I'm following flight attendants' instructions of saving myself first. More power to the baby, The baby's going straight to heaven because it's committed no sins. But yeah, I'm following the directions of the flight attendant on that one, buddy. Follow these directions and come back tomorrow. I'll be back.